The Metro Stop Secret. Chris Davis checked his backpack. Suit, check. Gift, check. His best friend, Dash the Beagle, sat ready by the door, tail thumping like a drum. They were on their way to Aunt Lily's wedding, a trip that was part adventure and part mission. The car zoomed down the highway. Dash kept his nose firmly pressed against the window, cataloging every passing smell: pine, fresh-cut grass, and maybe even a hint of pizza from the last rest stop. It was the longest journey they had ever taken together. "Almost there, buddy," Chris said, pointing to the faded map app on his phone. But suddenly, the road took an unexpected detour. A sign, cracked with age, pointed down a dusty road and read, "Alternative route, abandoned metro stop ahead." They arrived at the metro stop. It wasn't a train station, but a small, deserted building meant for travelers who used to take an old subway line that now only existed in history books. The air felt cool and still. As Chris stretched, Dash started to whine, not his "I need a treat" whine, but a "pay attention, something is here" whine. He pawed eagerly at a loose metal grate near an old ticket booth, his nose wiggling. Chris carefully pried the grate open. Inside, tucked away in the dry soil, was a tiny wooden box. It wasn't treasure, but a puzzle. It had 3 small buttons, each marked with a strange, worn symbol: a star, a wave, and a crescent moon. "Think, Dash, think," Chris muttered. He remembered seeing those symbols somewhere. Where? He looked back at the fading paint near the platform. It read, STAR line, WAVE route, MOON station. The clue was right in front of them all along. Star, wave, moon. Chris pressed the buttons in the order of the old route names. First the star, then the wave, then the moon. With a tiny click, the box sprung open. Inside wasn't a diamond or a villain's map, but a roll of old, faded photographs. There were pictures of 2 young children, Aunt Lily and her best friend, laughing and running around this very metro station 30 years ago. Chris smiled. "It's a time capsule, Dash," he whispered. "Aunt Lily's secret." They placed the photos back in the box, snapped a quick selfie with the newly closed box, and jumped back in the car. The wedding felt even more special now. They had brought a piece of the past with them.